Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've just taught Christine a new word for her that we use in English, and that comes from Latin, called laureate. And I call her the poet laureate of Uganda. Well, maybe only of Zziba, I don't know. But she writes wonderful letters and has written some nice poetry. And I gave her, I think, a really nice book of poetry from Africa, right? It's called, what's it called, Modern African Poetry or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't have a chance to read it, so you'll have to tell me about it. But I'd like first to have her introduce herself and tell us about herself.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm called Netsos Christine from Uganda. I'm a female bisex. I'm now 18 years. I'm looking forward to joining my last year of form of my high school, and I'm a student at Zziba High School. I think you don't know it because you are far out.
Well, the many of the people in America know that there's two high schools. There's Lowell Girls School and Biloba High School.
Okay.
And then the only person who goes to a different one is Joram. He goes to St. Henry's or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But everybody else goes, every other high school student goes to Biloba or Lowell Girls School, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so they know that.
Okay.
Oh.
So, I would like to introduce the subjects I specialize in. I do PEM, which is physics, economics, and then mathematics. And then the subsidiaries, there is subsidiary mathematics, and then that technology communication.
Mm-hmm.
But I do that in technology communication because I do pure math. I can't do subsidiary mathematics. So those are the subjects I do now. Like when I join campus, if I excel in physics and then economics, then mathematics, I'll be able to do engineering.
Engineering?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm requesting
And
for prayers.
another engineer in our family here, because you know Alan is studying civil engineering.
Yeah.
So
I'll be happy when I excel. I request for your prayers.
no, don't say that yet. We got a lot of discussion to go before you ask for their prayers, okay? Because I want to talk about the way Christine and Scott correspond. She always sends us some of the most interesting letters, and her English is really beautiful and interesting. So it's impressive that she's really good at math and physics and can write good English, and has even written some interesting poetry and so forth. So I've offered to help her if she wants to write some stories, like I'm doing with Dina, to keep improving. You can't be good enough in English. You know, you want to aspire to the top level of. I mean, the word that we would use is fluent. That's your highest goal, is to be fluent in a language that's a second language for you. And I think you have the ability to do that. And it's always helpful to be able to speak at the highest possible level, biggest vocabulary, biggest comprehension. So that could be fun. But speaking of mathematics, you lent Edwin Pius your notebook. It had some math problems in there, and I was very impressed because they took up a whole page to solve. And I have to say, Christine has beautifully neat handwriting and writes little notes to herself. I feel like I'm looking into her diary here. So right now, what you showed Edwin Pius was what I would call algebra. All right.
Yeah.
So one of the things we were doing was called rationalizing the denominator. What is rationalizing the denominator? What does that mean?
Okay, rationalizing is like getting like a square root, or like when it's over the denominator, then you get that, okay, like when I get a square root of 3 plus a square root of 1, then I divide it by a square root of 4, then plus a square root of maybe 2. Then when I'm rationalizing, I get that denominator, I multiply it up, but I change the saying when it has been a plus, I make it to be like a minus, so that I start rationalizing. Then after I get the answer.
Well, I have to say, some of these denominators are pretty complicated, so it takes many steps to go through rationalizing them, and I was very impressed at her ability to do that. And then you started doing some trigonometry, right?
Yeah.
I haven't used trigonometry in 45 years.
Trigonometry is somehow complicated because if you miss a single lesson, when the teachers come, then you miss. When you chop that lesson, just know that's the end of you, because you can't catch up. It needs when the teacher is there, then maybe you can get something, but it's somehow complicated. It needs a real teacher to teach you.
Okay.
But if you miss, the topic is gone.
Bad news, I know. I've been there. A long time ago, I was there. And I knew missing a class. That's how I met my first wife. I missed a class, and so I asked to borrow her notes. Now, at home, when you're not in school, you are with your sister and little brother and your mother,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you grow some, what we call crops.
Yeah.
What do you grow?
We grow sweet potatoes, cassava, and then a little bit of bananas, and then some maize, the stuff like maize, beans, yeah. That
Okay.
stuff.
So you have to do some of the hard work, I bet.
Yeah.
The digging, and
Yeah.
do you have to go get water?
Yes.
Oh boy. All right. Well, it's tough to keep up schoolwork and help your mother. That's a big demand on you. So I want to tell you I respect you so much for what you do. Now, on a rare day when you don't have to go to school and you don't have to dig potatoes, what do you like to do for fun? I bet part of it's reading.
Sometimes I get novels. I read. I write stories. There's stories because I have books. There's notebooks. My mom Andre sends me to me. There's notebooks. So it's where I will write my poems, conversations, such stuff. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I just want to say this is a young lady with a terrific future. I'm really looking forward to seeing you blossom. You know the word to blossom, like a flower blossoms. A person can blossom. Okay, I'm looking for you to blossom at university and do something really, really interesting. So, so if you want to say hello to your Papageri, your sponsors, some gifts. Now, I think, see, Cassandra, maybe this came from Mama Jan. I think this thing that she's wearing may have come from Mama Jan. So let's assume it came from Mama Jan. So you can thank Mama Jan for that on the video.
Okay. And Mama Jan, I really thank you so much for my thing.
Yeah.
It's called, I really don't know what the specific name for it.
I don't either.
Yeah, because maybe it's Jane. It's just a Jane. It's really so pretty. I really like it because it's nice. It's making me look beautiful. I really thank you so much for everything.
No, now you're going to switch. So to talk to your sponsors and to Papa Gary now. Your sponsors?
Okay. Hello, Mama Andre and Papa David. I really love you so much. I'm really so proud of you because you are my parents as per now. Like, I thank you for everything, like the gifts you brought. The dresses were so fitting, it was so nice.
What color were the dresses?
The colors.
Color, yeah.
There's red, and then the cutex.
Sorry?
I don't know, you call it cutex, this one.
Pink?
No, the cutex, like the one we do for pedicure. Like.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
The cutex, it was really nice. Yeah. And I think the sweets.
Some sweets, okay.
Yeah. My parents, my family is really looking forward to seeing you because we really miss you. We want to see you, to stay together with you, to enjoy some stuff with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Then, Papa Gary, I really thank you so much for the long journeys you take to come and see us. We really appreciate as this is the first home, children as this is the first home. Yeah, and we send greetings to your family, everyone in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish everybody Merry Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas, right?
We wish you a happy Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.